welcome back to another video. It is your boy, Bethlehem the Beast, back at you with another video. Today, we're going to talk about a little touchy one, body dysmorphia. I think body dysmorphia is extremely common nowadays. I would say quite common. A lot of people that you probably look up to have body dysmorphia. And I wanted to talk about it a bit because I realize how common it is, right? So, body dysmorphic disorder it differs a bit from your self-conscious, right? Generally speaking, it's a mental health condition. It is, right? So, some people have it a bit more severe than others. It's quite common. The form of body dysmorphia that I have, right, is like I will have an off-plan meal or I'll have a few extra calories one day, which I shouldn't be doing. I'm a bodybuilder. And at the end of the day, I'm human. And I will get a couple extra thousand steps. I'll train that extra bit harder in the gym if I do. But I'm aiming to be a pro bodybuilder, so again, I shouldn't do that. But some days I'll have 200-300 extra calories of carbs, and it is what it is. I will eat those and expect to see the old me in the mirror, fat version of me. And maybe I should reword that. The version of me that was obese, right? And that's my extent of body dysmorphic disorder. And I also have a generalized fear, of being that man, because I don't like that. I didn't like the way I felt. I didn't like the way I looked. I'm very proud of how I look in the mirror now. So I don't have it bad. I don't know where that video cut off. I'm sorry. GoPro does this thing every now and then where it's like repairing your file. So I just did it. But anyways. So I'll expect to see that fat man in the mirror sometimes, or I'll expect to, or I'll have a general fear of being that man again. And so it makes me work harder. It makes me want to push harder. It makes me want to be better. I don't let that shit fuel me. I'll have the introspection enough to tell myself that it's irrational thinking. But I've talked to guys at my gym that look amazing. Not anywhere near bodybuilders, but again, they look amazing. They have amazing physiques. They're big. They have full muscle bellies. They look amazing. And I look like shit. I feel like shit. My shoulders hurt. This and that. And my shoulders are small. My arms are small. And it's crazy. And I wanted to touch on that. I think that a lot of gym goers and a lot of men in general, men that are looking to be in shape, and not so much men that are looking to be professional bodybuilders, but men that are in shape and looking to be in better shape, have body dysmorphia disorder or body dysmorphic disorder, and I can see that. And I think that there's a fine line of using it to fuel you and letting it consume you. Some of these men in the gym that I'm speaking of are even enhanced men, and I would in a sense I would say that a lot of professional bodybuilders, excuse the wild hair. A lot of professional bodybuilders probably do have body dysmorphic disorder, but they don't let that shit consume them. They let that shit drive them. They're very realistic about what it is they're looking to achieve. Top of the top, obviously, don't get there without having some sort of fire behind them that's like, hey, my shoulders are a bit smaller. I'm a bit disproportionate. Because at the end of the day, we're our own worst critics, so we may be able to see some abnormalities. But then again, we could also be extremely harsh on ourselves. So what I wanted to touch on is the emotional aspects of that, right? This is for gym goers and for people that are obese, don't let the emotional aspects of body dysmorphic disorder consume you, right? Be the best that you can be. And if you have body dysmorphic disorder, and even in the slightest where you see yourself a bit differently in the meal, you have a general fear like I have, or you eat a little bit of extra food and you expect to see a fat man in the mirror, don't let that shit consume you. Learn from those moments and work hard to improve, right? Mentally speaking, it's not easy, but for my gym goers, you're able to push yourself extremely hard in the gym. If you guys are training anywhere near close to failure, you have a good mental aspect. You have a good mental understanding of yourself, because I have to put myself in a different place in my head to push close to failure. I can't just go in the gym and nonchalantly turn it on and say I'm bringing myself close to failure. It doesn't work that way. I have to close my eyes and think about things, and boom, it's fucking wartime. So you have to bring yourself, you have to be a little bit already in that mindset. So if don't let that emotions of where you want to beat yourself up fuel your day. Let it fuel your workout. Let it fuel your drive to be better, but don't let it fuel who you are. So we've touched on the signs and the symptoms of it, mental behaviors. And then there's deeper sides of it where I've spoken to people, and I myself, when I was younger, I was bulimic. I would eat food and purge. I believe that is bulimia. You guys can quote me if I'm wrong. But so you guys, there's obviously a healthier way to go about it. And this is coming from someone that has been on both sides of body dysmorphia. And introspection is key when it comes to this. You know what I mean? So if you guys are introspective enough to know that you have body dysmorphia, it's about time to start asking those questions. And if you aren't, if you are obsessing about how you look to a degree that is extremely unhealthy, then it may be time to start learning how to be introspective. Before you even go into why you have body dysmorphia, Google introspective tips, how to learn how to be introspective. Genetics, I think mental health problems in general are genetic. Then you can trace a line where that happens. I believe mental health problems are very genetic, and if you're able to control yourself or not, it's up to you, right? Or not, for instance. We won't go into it. I'm not gonna talk about it. But perception is everything, guys. I think mental health is genetic. Mental health issues are genetic. Obviously, some family members have it worse or not. You may feel like, hey, I have this issue, but don't blame it on anybody in your family. It is you at the end of the day. But mental health is very much genetic. You can inherit that from someone in your family. I also think being that the day and age is also really a big factor in body dysmorphia. Instagram, TikTok, YouTube, you see the top 1%. Let's say the 1,000 to 1,500 in social media fitness influencers that you see are, I'm talking about top of the top, the famous ones that are actually getting paid to be in great shape year round, right? Maybe even less than that. I may be overestimating, but that has a big play on body dysmorphic disorder because there's an unrealistic standard to be 5% body fat year round, and it's not healthy. It's just not. I feel like I'm in great shape. I'm probably 10% body fat, 11% body fat. You guys can critique me and say, hey, you're fucking wrong in the comments. That's fine, but probably somewhere around there. I can see muscle fiber still. I am putting on size. I'm healthy. I have a bit of water weight. And again, it is what it is. I cannot walk around shredded like a shredded stage-ready bodybuilder year-round, but I would like to stay around 8 to 12 weeks out from a show. I feel like that's a healthy range, and I'm easily being able to maintain that, right? But some of these guys you see on social media are walking around at 6% body fat year-round. I am dumbfounded. When I was at 6% body fat, I couldn't think about anything but food. And I think that the standards have changed, and that has a big effect on body dysmorphic disorder. And again, there's positives and there's negatives to this. The positive is that you have a harder working society that is willing to look forward to take care of their physiques and how they feel about themselves. On the negative side of it is you got average gym goers or average people in this world that are looking at these people on social media and thinking that this is what they have to achieve, rather than achieving the best version of them is perfectly good, right? Not everybody's built to be a bodybuilder. Not everybody's built to be sub 10% body fat, let alone sub 10% body fat year round. So there's positives and negatives to that. And again, there's trauma that comes with that. Trauma and bullying, those are also triggers towards body dysmorphic disorder. You could have been the skinny kid in high school and got picked on for it. You could have been the fat kid in high school and got picked on for it. There's both sides of that. Don't let that shit fuel you guys. Let that shit fuel your workouts and let it fuel the best version of you. Don't give it power in any other source. But ultimately what I wanted to say, guys, is that it's very common, and I think it's very easy with nowadays in social media standards to have body dysmorphic disorder. And I just wanted to tell you guys, don't let that shit get to you. Be the best version of you. Whatever that best version is perfectly okay. If you want to achieve to be a stage-ready bodybuilder, then fucking do it. You can do it. If you want to be 15% body fat and feel good taking your shirt off at the beach, then fucking do it. I love it. Your best version is your best version. Social media has its standards, and I think that the best version of you is just around the corner. If you are proud to post yourself on social media, then post yourself on social media. It doesn't matter what anybody says, it matters what you feel about you. If you feel like you're better than you were yesterday, then do it. And that's just all I wanted to say, man. Body dysmorphia is common. Don't let that shit get to you guys. Be the best that you can be. Nothing but peace and love. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this video, and I will catch you guys in the next one. Peace.